What's up, Huckers? Big Country here, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Today we're going to do a Turkey Day shootout, where we're going to compare 3 different overstable putters. First up is a newly released Westside VIP Harp. Why do I have 2 of these? Because I love this disc. It made the bag. It's a very shallow, flat, driving, overstable putter. I would put it as Westside Disc Zone. It's very overstable, and it does have almost a simulated bead on the bottom. I've got 2 of them, so we're going to test them today against the Premium Jokeri from Prodiscus and a good old-fashioned Pro Pig from Innova. I chose these 2 to test them out because they're also flat, overstable putters, and I've aced with both these discs in my hand. So let's take it out here to my local course, Cumberland Green, and see which disc flies better. Alright, first up is hole 3 here at Cumberland Green. You've seen it in a ton of Hucking Aces videos before. So what I want this overstable putter to do is go flat around the tree and hook up hard so it gets by the pin. We're going to throw all 4 discs, then we'll go up there and see which one was the winner. Black ace. Hey, here I am over here with the Jokeri. As you can tell, it went straight for much longer than any of the other putters. I almost black ace 16. It was pretty cool. Whereas we come over here, find the Pro Pig. This also went straight for a long time, but unfortunately hit a tree. It looked like it was fading right in towards the basket. Dang it. Here we have our first VIP harp. As you can tell, it's very overstable. It was never in any danger of hitting those trees because it just hooked up so hard. And finally, closest to the basket is our second VIP harp. Right here, leaving me is a good 18-foot putt. So for this hole, we're going to give the winner to the yellow VIP harp. Alright, now we're here at hole 5. There's a lot of different ways to attack this hole. Sidearms, turnovers. We're going to do something a little different, a little more challenging, and something that most people don't use putters for. We're going to throw a Tomahawk. Later on in this video, you'll see us throw a thumber as well. We got the same 4 discs. Remember, our yellow VIP harp so far is in the lead with 1 point. We'll see how they do on the Tomahawk. Alright, the first VIP harp didn't flip at all. It just kind of went out there. So I'm way over here, nowhere near the basket, which is still over those trees. The Pro Pig did a reasonable job on the Tomahawk. It flipped, came over, landed right here. Not really much in the way of a putt from here. Try a little, maybe an 84 hand. Close. No cigar. My second VIP harp is right here. I'm pin high, but there's a lot of bushes in the way. Player my skill level, there's no way I can make this putt. But I'll try it anyway. The Jokeri is right here. Well, technically it's closer to the basket, it leaves me with even less of a shot than the yellow VIP Harp. Here you just have to slide it in and hope you punch through the small window. So on this one, I'm going to once again give the nod to the trusty yellow VIP Harp for 2 points. Now we're at the infamous hole 7, the most aceable hole on this entire course. As you've seen from previous videos, I've talked about in the past, I've aced this hole multiple times. I've seen a ton of aces on this hole, albeit not in this position. Now it's off to the right, and it's only 161 feet. So I honestly don't even know how to power down a disc that low, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Now remember, our yellow VIP Harp still in the lead, 2 points to 0 points for any of the other discs. Wow, what a skip. Alright, well over here, here's our Pro Pig. It never really had a chance. I threw it a little low. It got a big, gnarly skip and just sailed past the basket. Our Jokeri is right here. It's very close, but as you saw, it went straight for a lot longer than the Harps, and it didn't really hook up in time. So it leaves me with a pretty easy putt. Here we have our green VIP Harp. This was the closest to bang and chain. It was super straight out of my hand and hooked up at just the right moment, leaving me for an easy tap in. Lastly, the trusty yellow VIP Harp, way over here. In the trees. Got to make me stretch, try a little Nico LaCastro putt at it, which I'm not super comfortable with. What can I say? The winner for this hole, the green VIP Harp. Alright, here we are now at hole 8. In its current position, it sits at 177.7 feet. If you can see what all the jerk vandals have done to this beautiful piece of public property, by the way, it's a public service announcement. Don't write your name on anything but your disc when you ace. I'm counting right here about 14 aces on this hole. That's pretty good. There's probably been 100 aces on the other hole. What we're going to do with this one is we're going to throw a big spike hyzer around these trees through this gap and try and get it up there. So far we've got the Booger Harp with 1 point and the yellow Harp with 2 points. The Jokeri and the Pro Pig falling behind with 0 points. Let's see how it turns out. Pro Pig held its hyzer line pretty darn good. Took a little divot out of the earth. Sorry, Mother Nature. Leaves me with a long putt. I would use my KC AVR for this kind of putt. I'm not comfortable with an overstable putter this distance, but we'll give her a whirl. Almost. The Jokeri went longer, and I think that's because it's the only one of these putters that actually has any sort of glide. But it really locked into that hyzer line. Spiked in nicely, leaves me again with my comfortable putting putter, my AVRs. I'd make this putt no problem. With this thing, who knows? Ooh, that was rough. As you may have seen, the Booger Harp, this thing went whole hog, man. We almost had our first ever Hucking Aces ace on camera. What can I say? There's no way that any of the other discs can even hold a candle to something like that. It came out, locked into the hyzer line, and hit nicely. It actually bounced off the pole. If it hadn't done that, it might have ended up over where the Jokeri was. And lastly, we've got our yellow VIP Harp. Over here, leaving it with a low ceiling, another tough putt. That I didn't make. So the winner is the Booger Harp. Tied up, 2-2. We've seen that the Jokeri and the Pro Pig, while they're awesome discs, and I've bagged both of them at one time or the other, they just don't cut the mustard compared to my new honey, the Westside VIP Harp. So let's take it over to one last hole for a tiebreaker and see which one's better. My swirly Booger VIP Harp directly from Dynamic Discs, or my yellow VIP Harp that's been in the bag for a couple weeks. Alright, here we are for the tiebreaker hole, hole 14. Another very aceable hole, and this is actually a hole I aced with the Pro Pig. Unfortunately, the Pro Pig couldn't cut the mustard, so it's not in the tiebreaker. We've got Booger Harp versus Lemony Snicket here, and we're going to do something that might be ill-advised. This is a 211-foot hole, and we're going to throw thumbers. We'll see which one of these discs ends up closer to the basket for our final winner. Alright, our Lemon Harp, unfortunately, hit this tree. It didn't have a nice clean line like the Booger Harp. It left me way back here. No choice but a Connor the Cream Montague turbo putt. Whereas the Booger Harp didn't really seem to flip at all in the summer. We came down, landed, scooted over here, leaving me with the absolute worst putt of all, an hyzer sidearm putt that I way overshot the basket with. On this one, on pure distance alone, since neither one of them really had a putt, got to give the final winner to the Booger Harp. So there you have it, folks. There's the first annual Team Hucking Aces Turkey Day Shootout. On behalf of myself, Suspect Steve, Pistol Pete, as well as everyone on Team Infinite Discs, we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family, watch some football, now go out there and eat some